Gorilla Monsoon.
I'm your host, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Are you in mourning, Bobby? You're all in black.
What would I be in mourning about?
I don't know.
I know what I'd be in mourning about.
What is it?
No longer is Andre the Giant going to be on television.
Andre the Giant will be making appearances off and on here on Prime Time Wrestling as always.
Says who?
Says Gorilla Monsoon.
Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan says different.
Tremendous feature set for you fans this week here on Prime Time Wrestling. Big six-man encounter. Luscious John Valiant, manager friend of yours, putting on the tights with a dream team. Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake, taking on a very formidable team.
Danny Spivey, Davey
Golden
Boy
Boy
Smith, Pedro Morales.
Mr.
Friends of yours.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yes.
So what do you want to make a bet on it?
I don't think you're the wagering kind.
What do you mean?
I don't believe that you're the wagering kind. Are you the wagering kind?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, $50 on. Who do you want?
You sure you don't overextend yourself?
Well, I don't want to put you in the hole too bad.
The Hart Foundation joining us as well this week. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, seen fit to break up his men into single competition. Surprised that he continues to do that, Bob.
That's his business, not mine.
Well, you break your men up. What's the reasoning behind it?
And you break me up. How do you like that?
Well, why do you break your men up?
It's not my business what I do.
Oh, you don't want to enlighten us?
No, I don't want to. They don't need to be enlightened. We've done as much as we can for them.
Tony Garea making an appearance here this week on Prime Time Wrestling, along with Scotty McGhee, the big fella from Tampa, Hercules Hernandez. Right now, we're going to go down to ringside. Boston Garden, Civi taking on the Hitman, Bret Hart. Let's go to the action.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First from the Isle of Samoa, weighing 237 pounds, Civi. His opponent from Calgary, Canada, weighing 238 pounds, the Hitman, Bret Hart.
Well, mixed emotions for the Hitman. Some cheering, some booing, some clapping, some urging him on. He certainly has made a rep for himself here in the World Wrestling Federation.
He really has. And ever since he joined forces with Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, he has done so astonishingly well that in fact he has become now a single crusader of some note. But as a tag team, they are definitely a devastating force.
Well, this is another tremendous matchup put together by the World Wrestling Federation. I'm anxious to see this match. I might have bought a ticket if necessary to see this type of match with Civi of the Fiji Islands and with the Hitman Bret Hart, probably the most accomplished wrestler to come along here in the World Wrestling Federation in quite some time. He has excellence of execution.
Oh,
not
he
elocution,
really does.
but execution.
Yes, he does. You're right. He has that deliberate way, that method of going about his task of defeating his opponent. It is so professional, and he doesn't waste any strength. He doesn't waste any energy, but he is so fast.
Can't say a whole lot about his hairstyle, but his wrestling ability has to take a back seat to no one. Right here, complaining about a hair pull, the referee on Civi's case, but couldn't tell from our vantage point exactly, but it didn't look like a hair pull.
No, as a single competitor, this must be Bret Hart's toughest assignment yet. What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely, no question about that. And most difficult assignment for Civi as well.
It really is. And this is a match that could be make or break for Civi.
Come on, Bret. He's pulling his own hair, Alfred, and complaining to the referee.
Well, I know where he's got that trick from. That's one of
from you, Alfred.
No. Well, he may have watched me as a kid. I don't know.
Look at the disgust look on his face. Side headlock now by the Hitman.
And nicely applied too. Well balanced. Look at that. It doesn't look a lot, but if you analyze it, Bret Hart is one.
Ah, and he held on to the hair there.
Yes, he did indeed.
No way you could hold on to that particular move unless you had a handful of hair or your finger in the guy's mouth or something.
No matter how well balanced you were, Bret did have a good balance there.
What do you say? I'll hit the bell. What do you say?
And it's not often you see Civi go down because he seems to be rooted to the mat with those bare feet.
Can't believe the referee was asking Civi if he wanted to give up from the side headlock. I don't know in the history of professional wrestling if anyone ever gave up from the side headlock.
No,
Except maybe one time being applied with the likes of an Ed Strangler Lewis. I think he put some guys away with a side headlock.
Yes, I heard that. I heard he could bust a football easily.
Well, Andre could probably put the lights out for you with a side headlock.
I bet, yes.
Look out, Hitman, beautiful shoulder block off the ropes. Civi down in front quickly, over the top goes Bret. Scoop slam, no. Right over the top of him, look out. Civi holds on to that top rope. Down for the cover. Whoa, was that close? Bret said, hold everything.
Yes, he was a little complacent there, Bret Hart, and I'm very, very surprised. When Civi held on to ropes, Bret just waited there, and I think he had something in mind that didn't really come off. And for a moment, it looks as if Civi was going to pin him.
The Hitman is regrouping.
Yes, he certainly is. He's thinking about what happened there, and it wasn't too good for him.
Looking around to see if the anvil's anywhere in sight, or the mouth of the South, very conspicuous by his absence.
I expect when you get used to, well, I know anyway from experience, when you get used to wrestling in tag teams, you're always looking for your partner to come in and help you out.
Boy, I always did. I needed a lot of help. I never liked tag team wrestling myself.
The responsibility?
Or a number of times I held the world's title as tag team champions with a number of different fellows. Killer Kowalski for one.
Yes, what a name.
Oh, look at that beautiful move by Alfie, but couldn't get the big guy. But I never like to depend on anyone else.
No, what about your responsibility to him as a tag team partner?
You know, I could just get in there and do my thing and not have to worry about protecting someone else or having someone else protect my back or split the money. You know, little things like that.
Yes.
Nice kip up by the Hitman and right down into a reverse chinlock with a handful of hair. Referee, I think, maybe saw him, but he's not breaking. Maybe he didn't see him. I'm going to try to stay off the referees.
Bret Hart hasn't fared
Sometimes
too
that's
well.
a big job, but...
Well, it's very, very difficult, yes. But they do have a
Hitman coming right at us. Nice leapfrog. And the second one got caught on top of the drop. There's that excellence of execution that we talked about.
Oh, nicely done by Bret Hart. And I suppose really he's got something to boast or brag about there because that's what he was doing. Saying, look what I've done.
Hitman in control of this match right now. Snapmare takes the young, what do you call it? Fijian?
Yes, Fijian. Yes, he's almost a Fijian. He's from that part of the world. All those islands are within canoeing distance. Or is that canoodling distance?
Yes, long boats or whatever they use.
Yes. Bret Hart.
Would that be amongst the Lesser Antilles, those islands? Or?
Yes.
No.
Yes, there's the Antilles
Lesser
are out
Antilles.
there. I didn't know they were lesser though.
There's greater and lesser.
Yes. I know
Hitman with a reverse chinlock now, trying to put away young Civi, but not having a whole lot of success. That right arm is still up there. Referee said no.
On the geographical side of that gorilla, I do know that the British Isles are nowhere near there.
The British Isles are nowhere near there. Excellence of execution, one of the trademarks of the Hitman, Bret Hart, but doggedness, determination on the side of Civi. What a tremendous confrontation right here on Prime Time Wrestling. Don't go away, wrestling fans. We're going to be back with the exciting conclusion in just one moment. Bobby, the Hitman looks a little tentative to me this week. Why is that? You think there might be a reason for that?
I don't know. Maybe he misses Neidhart. Maybe he's used to being in tag matches.
Maybe he does. That can do it to you, that tag team action. Let's go now to the exciting conclusion of our matchup here. Hitman is taking control of this match. Beautiful boot placed right in the lower solar plexus.
He's really taking his time. He's being a little bit complacent here, I think, Gorilla, don't you?
Well, he looks a little lethargic to me. He's not moving as quick and sharp as he usually does.
Yes, I'm not sure whether that's lethargy or
He might be
complacency.
lonesome. I don't know. Might be lonesome for the anvil.
Well, I tell you something is a mistake because Afi is very, very fast and very, very quick to take advantage of anybody who shows a little lethargy.
Handful of tights, and there goes Civi out to the concrete floor, the wooden floor here in the Boston Garden. It is concrete, yes. Might have come down right on the back of his cranium. I hope the Hitman wins some matches here in the future so he can get a haircut. He definitely needs a haircut.
Who do you think cuts his hair now?
Or probably the anvil.
Yeah, he probably sits on an anvil.
Look at this, doesn't want Civi back inside the squared circle. Referee admonishing him, and he told the referee, "I'm sorry." A bet.
Yes, I don't think he said that.
Not a bit sorry about what he's doing.
I think he's admonishing you as well, though.
A few derogatory comments toward the commentators.
Look at him!
Oh, beautiful sunset over the top. No, he didn't. His legs didn't reach far enough to get it. Bret got in front immediately over the top. Goes Civi. Oh, what a clothesline.
Ooh.
Beautiful maneuver by the Hitman once again. Just when Offie's got something going, the Hitman explodes. Look at this nonchalant cover. You're not going to beat it that way.
There's no point telling the referee that was 3 because it simply wasn't.
Look out, backbreaker. Nobody executes it any better than that. Another nonchalant cover.
I wonder what he's doing there. What is he hoping to establish, Hart, by not taking that leg?
Big mistake. Oh, little mule kick there by Civi. I don't know whether he'll gain control with it. Looks that way. Hitman in, following him right in. Oh, right in the kisser.
Well, I'm afraid Civi waited or threw him in much too far away from the corner there. It was a long way to go. The Hitman had every chance to work out some sort of counter.
Well, he telegraphed that move quite a ways away, and the Hitman planted one right on his kisser. And Civi now feeling the worst for wear here in the Boston Gardens. Well, that won't hurt him. You didn't do your homework, Bret. He likes that. That's like giving him banana cream pie. Oh, look at this. There, take that. The adrenaline is flowing right now through the veins of Civi. And the Hitman trying to cool him down a little bit. Go ahead, do it. Don't ask anybody. Just do it. Civi trying to rearrange the facial expression of one Hitman.
Yes, those little chopping blows.
Wow,
can be very
he going
damaging.
hard. Notice Civi did not rush in that time.
No, he didn't. And not only that, he's knocked the Hitman a little senseless because he didn't have a plan for him there.
Oh, beautiful flying headbutt right between the eyes of the Hitman. And another headbutt to the sternum. Down for the cover. It's close, but no cigar.
Wow, that was close. Civi giving the Hitman a little of his own medicine here. I think the Hitman is hurt, and he doesn't seem to be able to recover from that injury.
Well, if he doesn't have a headache now, he never will have one. Reversal there, and Hart. The Hitman misses a big drop kick just to the open air. Civi to the outside now, look out. High, perched up on top of that top turnbuckle. And the Hitman, down he goes. Oh, look, he rolled him over. He got him.
Hitman waiting for him.
Civi just outsmarted himself. Let's get the official word.
The winner, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Let's go back, if we can, and take a look at what momentum will do for you.
Yes, I'm afraid Bret Hart was playing a little possum here when he threw that drop kick. I think he knew exactly what was going on, and he waited. He saw Civi coming out the ring. Civi took his time, mind you, went to the top rope, and now you watch Bret Hart. Watch his face, because he knew he was coming. Nicely timed, but even so, it was pointless.
Look at the momentum
look,
here.
there he goes. and
Beautiful.
snapping in both legs that time.
Never even grabbed a handful of tights, Alfred.
No, didn't have
Had
to.
everything going his way. Got the 3 count. The Hitman on to victory here in the Boston Garden. Wow. Holy mackerel. If Civi would have just picked up those legs and cradled him when he missed a drop kick, what is this? What are you measuring, Bobby?
The word if. It keeps getting bigger in every loser's vocabulary.
Well, I think the youngster, you know, sometimes you can get bent out of shape a little bit when you're in there with that kind of a match that's so important to both men's careers, no question about that.
Certainly, because first of all, Bret Hart is more interested in tag team competition. Afi is more interested in not being sent back to the beach and picking coconuts. He's over here.
I'm sure he doesn't have to worry about that. He is a full-fledged member here of the World Wrestling Federation and a tremendous athlete, and there's no way, shape, or form that he's going to be anything but what he wants to be here in the World Wrestling Federation. This loss, I'm sure, set him back a little bit, but we're going to be seeing a lot more of him. You can bet on it.
He's better get used to being sent back, and he's going to be sent back a lot.
Well, wrestling fans, we just took a look at one half of the Hart Foundation and Bret the Hitman Hart, Bobby. Now we're about to take a look at the other half, the powerhouse of that team, Jimmy Anvil Neidhart against Leaping Lanny.
Leaping Lanny, they got to break his pencil so he can't talk.
Well, he doesn't talk with a pencil.
Sure,
he writes
does.
some
He tries
poetry.
to insult people.
He doesn't.
Sure he does. You watch. I bet you he's going to say something insulting to Jim Neidhart.
Well, sometimes the truth hits home even better than fiction. Let's go down to ringside right now and take a look at this matchup.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First from Downers Grove, Illinois, weighing 256 pounds, Leaping Lanny Poffo. His opponent from Reno, Nevada, weighing 280 pounds, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And Lanny Poffo has a poem he would like to recite for you this evening.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart has a crew cut and a beard. I'd say he looked like Elmer Fudd, but Elmer's not as weird.
Oh, look out, the Anvil taking exception to that, attacking immediately. I was hoping it would have been kind of a long fall because the referee almost killed himself trying to make it to the ring.
Yes.
Fell down the steps.
It obviously upset Anvil. I wouldn't have thought a few words like that would have upset the Anvil.
Well, it doesn't take much to get him bent out of shape.
I think Lanny Poffo's coffers are running a little bit low. He only had 3 of those things that he throws out.
Yeah, I never get one either. He always manages to miss me somehow. Well, he raised the ire of the Anvil, and he's paying for it right now. Anvil not listening to anybody, including the referee. Look at the stain on that kisser.
Absolutely. The Anvil here having to keep up his end of the Hart Foundation because we've already seen Bret Hart victorious.
Shut up! Oh. He's telling him. Right over the top, but managing to hold on to that top rope. Oh, look at that. Nice maneuver.
There's a display of power. Oh.
Well, he wasted all that energy.
Oh, that was a shame.
Because he got clobbered.
Nipped him right in the bum, so to speak.
I think that goatee is growing, I think, Alfred, on the Anvil. Seems to get longer every time I see him.
It's about time he took the scissors to it, I think.
Well, maybe someone would like to do that for him. I'd be happy to do it.
He's one of the most powerful men in wrestling, the Anvil, and he loves to display that power that he has. He also has the determination along with that power, so he is a difficult force.
Reminds me of a pit bull.
Yes, he does indeed.
You're going to have to really knock him out of the picture in order to put the lights out. Put the lights out in order to knock him out of the picture.
Really? He's a very cruel and callous person, too. He really doesn't care how bad
nasty
he is.
individual.
Absolutely.
Reminds me a lot of you when you were younger.
I don't know. Well, I didn't have one of those beards, I know that.
But you were nasty where you're now. Look out. Leaping Lanny hard into the turnbuckle. Anvil doesn't see fit to follow it up. Just methodical in his pursuit.
Yes, just taking his time.
It's been all of the Anvil since the reading of the will, so to speak.
Yes, I think that's his game plan. Let it all be me. Out again he goes.
There he goes again.
This time through the ropes and not
He
over
landed
the
on his
top
feet.
rope.
Watch how quick he gets back in. Anvil saying, look at, I just got rid of you. I caught him twice.
I'm surprised at Poffo doing that. He was caught in the first place. Obviously, the Anvil's done his homework. He knows what Poffo does.
Well, he learned 2 lessons. We'll see what happens the next time he attempts that move.
Let's see if he gets a chance. The Anvil has been all on top of him. It appears to me that the Anvil can beat him now. He's ready and ripe for the picking.
Well, if he doesn't start mounting some kind of offense, we can say bye-bye to the poet laureate.
Right, he hasn't laid a fist.
Go back to the locker room and write another poem.
Really, and the pen in this case is not mightier than the sword.
No, definitely not. I think you got a finger right in the eye. And that won't help your back muscles or neck muscles very much either. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, one half of the Hart Foundation. When he teams up with a hitman, it is something else.
What a successful combination they are. What a story they've been in wrestling.
Oh, he beat him to the punch that time with a drop kick. But I don't think Lanny's got a whole lot left.
He seems to have. Since North of the South, Jimmy Hart teamed these two together, Anvil and Bret the Hitman, they've been nothing but successful.
Oh, a little reverse thrust kick there by the leaper. And now he's getting things going his way. Couple of right hands, drives the Anvil back into the corner. Poffo on the warpath.
Well, did he slam that one in too? That popped against the jaw back there.
Oh, he's got it right by the goatee. Oh, we see a few hairs flying around. Another drop kick right in the chest sends the big guy down. Look at, he doesn't want to cover. Oh, look at those shots to the jaw.
I think Poffo
He's lost it.
Yes, he has.
He's lost his cool.
Oh, tremendous effort on the part of Poffo.
Look out, going up for his patented back flip. Right there, we could have an upset here now.
Oh.
This would be an upset in my book, Albert.
That would have been, but it was an incredible display of power by the Anvil.
He's going for it again. How many times can you go to the well before you get caught? Well, he's going to the outside this time.
Yes, never.
No,
not satisfied. Come on.
That didn't work for me last time around here at Boston Garden. Oh, beautiful backflip. Unfortunately, no water in the pool.
No, there wasn't, and he'd been waiting so long.
Oh, Anvil drops one right on the throat. This one's history.
Look at the face. Look at the face on him. Oh, he just loved that victory. Loved it.
Leaping Lanny wasted an awful lot of time out of it, making up his mind.
That was his undoing. That was definitely his undoing.
The winner of this match, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
The face of victory, you're looking at it right there in Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Let's go back and take a look at the mistake made by the leaper. He went outside, was going to go to the top, and then said, no, let me come to the inside.
And that's what lost him the belt. He changed his mind, took too long, and there you are, too late.
Nice backflip right into nowhere.
As you said, no water in the pool.
The Anvil immediately perched up on that second turnbuckle, drops one right into the esophagus area, which could also be called a disqualification, but the referee not seeing fit to do so. And look at the look of satisfaction on that kisser. We'll be back. Wow, double victory here this week on Prime Time Wrestling.
Roses are red, violets are black. I spent my whole match flat on my back. How is that leaping, Lanny?
Well, you're very good with the poetry. Maybe you'd like to inform us, or I will inform the fans a little later on in the program with a very little surprise, a big surprise I might add for you. And we will know
I don't like surprises.
While you're dressed in black.
I don't like surprise. I don't like surprises
while you're
from
in
you.
mourning.
Not in mourning for anybody. I choose to dress this way.
Well, we'll see as we go on.
I don't want any surprises.
The Gorilla will deliver some surprises for Bobby the Brain Heenan right here on Prime Time Wrestling, regardless of what the Brain has to say.
You can deliver pizzas if you want to deliver whatever you want. I don't want nothing delivered to me. No surprises.
Oh, my God. leaving Lanny Poffo down to defeat at the hands of the Hitman. Right now, we're going to go to a very special interview with my good friend Ken Resnick as he introduces to us the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the British Bulldogs.
You're not going to set me up on anything.
Now, Gorilla, I think we're going to do something a little bit different. Week in and week out, right here on Prime Time, we talk to many of the top tag team combinations here in the World Wrestling Federation. They're always voicing their opinions of the champions of British Bulldogs. Well, today we're going to turn it around. Davey Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid, of course, tag team champions of British Bulldogs. But gentlemen, let's get your opinion of some of the top challenging tag teams, starting off with Davey Boy, of course, the former champions, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake.
That's right, the former champions, Valentine Beefcake, were the new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. You're tough, you're ruthless, you'll do anything to win. And you were, and you still are, the top contenders for these belts. They're really tough.
No doubt about it. Now, Dynamite. A lot of talk, nationwide audience saw it, Saturday night's main event. Certainly we have to discuss the Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
You know, the thing was, Ken, with the Sheik and Nikolai Volkov on Saturday night main event, they signed a 2 out of 3 falls English-style match without reading the paper. They just signed for a championship match. They did get the first fall, and then they claimed to be world champions. Now, if they read in between the lines, it was a 3-fall match. So now, you know, okay, we beat them. They scream and they cry and they say they should be the world champions. There's the Killer Bees, scientific wrestlers. One of the best teams in the world today. We've never wrestled them yet, but we would give an open invitation to wrestle them at any time.
And certainly a new twist to the Killer Bees, now using the masks to interchange. But Davey Boy, we can't forget the Hart Foundation.
Oh no, the Hart Foundation, you got Jim the Animal Neidhart, who is almost 285, 290 pounds. You got Bret Hart, he was the one that throws that clothesline, he calls it decapitated, you know. But all those tag teams, the British Bulldogs, are the tag team champions, and will take on any challenges, anytime, and any place.
That's all the time we've got, certainly not wanting to slight. Many teams also still in contention, but fans, we'll be back right after this.
We're back, fans, and it's time right now on Primetime Wrestling for our TNT feature. And that is going to be with the incomparable Junkyard Dog, Bobby, and he's going to have a bunch of canines along with him.
I don't care about him and his family reunion or anything like that. I want to know what the surprise is.
That's coming in later on.
No, I don't want it to come later on. You don't understand. I have anything to say being the host here. I don't want a surprise.
Well, there's going to be a surprise right here on Prime Time for the Brain. Right now, let's go to the TNT piece with Mean Gene and some doggies.
We are back with more of TNT. Junkyard Dog, our special guest this week, and you have guests along with you, as I understand. You call them family.
I brought in my whole family. I brought BC in. That's what I call her, BC. She's in charge.
All right, well, we're going to have BC along with one of your family join us right now. Please welcome to TNT, Beatrice Conley. Come on in if you would, Beatrice. Lovely, lovely German Shepherd. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, that's a lovely dog, JY.
She's a master.
How about that? Now, does she have some doggy treats?
Hey, she's the best I know.
Very good. I could use that for my duck and goose hunting. Very good. Oh, all right. Beatrice, have a seat.
Stand down.
I'm impressed. Ms. Conley, if you'd be kind enough, I'll let you take care of the introductions of the other ladies that are going to join us, along with their dogs.
All righty. Is that my paper?
I believe we have, yes, I'll be more than happy to hand this to you. Right?
Just so as I see the order they're coming in. Thank you. First we'll have Ann Brooks and her tiger dog. It's a Shetland sheepdog, and its name is Tiger. They call him Shelties. This is a little herding dog in the working group. 45 seconds. And They're used for herding cattle and sheep. They're very intelligent dogs, are extensively used in obedience. She's doing some heel on leash and return to heel position. This is the front. And she's going to leave the dog for a recall. And he comes and sits, awaits her telling him to heel, and that's the position from which they work.
I love it.
Is that beautiful?
I absolutely love it. That is great. Thank you very much. End up doing a doggy style here, pal. Very good.
Right.
Yes.
And now our next dog is a little one.
Yes, no, excuse me.
Keep going.
Beatrice, you just go right ahead.
You keep going, Beatrice.
All right, the little dog coming up now is a Great Dane with June Myers, and the dog's name is Julie.
Look at this. Look here, Gene. Check this out.
The art of doing this.
Morocco was here earlier. He said, "Need a shovel."
There we go.
Is that a beautiful animal?
I'd hate for that dog to be upset with me, Beatrice.
I beg your pardon?
I'd hate for that dog to be upset with me.
Well, I would too.
No Doberman pinscher, but I think he could take a pretty good chunk out of your hide.
Yeah, but these are a working dog, and they are used a lot for estate work. They're marvelous companions for children, and they're good guard dogs.
Is that a male or a female?
That's a female.
I noticed. I'm
Her
sorry.
name is Julie.
Julie, yes. That would do it.
And next from the we'll have Joyce Lindloff and Percy, Standard Poodle. He's from the sporting group.
Is that a beautiful poodle and all that, baby?
Now that's
They
a
used to
male,
be-
right?
That's a male.
That's a male.
They used to use them as.
Hey, ease on my dog, man.
Now he's doing a retrieve, and then he got rid of it. So he just expressed an opinion. That's just his opinion.
Oh, that was very good.
Standard
Very
poodle.
good.
Yes.
That was a male.
Keep him away from the second one, right?
Then next we have a golden retriever named Bruin, Ken Weidell's dog. This dog does, he's a sporting dog. He works this dog in the field for birds.
Beautiful.
And they're a very pleasant breed of dog and extremely.
Very good dog.
How about the dog that Arnold Skolin goes drinking with all the time? The one that carries the big.
Yes,
This is
that's a
Bernard.
gold. Is that a
No,
gold?
I believe that's a.
It's a mood dog, isn't
Yes.
it?
Bernard.
This here is Mary Pat Seiler and her dog Sentry, who is a giant schnauzer. This is another working dog, and are used for herding cattle.
Nice closing shot there. What was her name again?
That was a giant
That
schnauzer
was
named
a male.
Sentry.
That was a male.
Mary Pat Seiler is the
Beautiful.
handler's name.
Beautiful. We have any more dogs? I think
I think that was
Beatrice,
6.
excuse me if I'm. No, that's it. We want to thank you. That was just an excellent show.
Well, you're
Fantastic.
Very.
quite welcome.
You've been with a few dogs in your life, Lord Alfred.
Yes, I'm a connoisseur of dogs.
Yes, you can probably appreciate it. Watch out, Beatrice. He may be nudging over on the couch.
Most interesting, Junkyard Dog and Friends.
Well, I'll tell you something. Has TNT ever gone to the dogs? You know, what great trained animals they were. Obviously, the trainers forgot to show them what steps were.
Well,
Couldn't go up steps. They couldn't fetch.
Maybe they were
All
camera
everybody on
shy,
the panel
though.
did was try and decide if it's a male or female. That's a heck of a way to spend your day.
Well, the dogs might have been a little camera shy. You know, a lot of times when there's that much bright lights around like there is in the studio, they get a little upset.
Well, there's a lot of bright lights here right now, and I'm getting a little bit upset. Where is my surprise?
Well, there's plenty of time before we get to the brain
Oh, I know.
surprise.
You're gonna
and,
spring it
along
on me
with
later.
our feature match here on
Pie
Prime
in the
Time.
face, probably, huh?
No, I wouldn't do that. No.
That's right. You better not do
No,
that.
I wouldn't do that to you, Bobby. Wrestling fans, plenty of action still to come here this week on Prime Time Wrestling, including Bobby the Brain's big surprise. So we'll be back with that and a whole lot more right after this. We're back, wrestling fans, and Canada's self-proclaimed #1 athlete. Who am I talking about, Bobby? Iron Mike Sharpe.
I was going to just say
that.
that.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what was going to come out. I figured.
Iron Mike Sharpe.
The guy who's had the longest physical injury that I know of here in the World Wrestling Federation. A bad forearm, 9 years.
9 years. Yeah, well, it's chronic.
Boston Garden, the location. Iron Mike Sharpe taking on ring veteran Tony Garea. Let's go down to the action.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing 274 pounds.
Wait a minute! Canada's greatest athlete!
The self-proclaimed Canada's greatest athlete, Iron Mike Sharpe. His opponent from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing 242 pounds, Tony Garea.
Along with his lordship, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Greatest athlete!
Canada's greatest athlete, of course, self-proclaimed.
Yes, he always makes that self-proclamation, and sometimes I'm inclined to believe him, sometimes I'm inclined to leave it in doubt a little bit.
Well, sometimes Iron Mike Sharpe leaves a lot to be desired.
We'll see what basis he has for that claim this evening.
Two real ring veterans matched up here in this World Wrestling Federation extravaganza here in the Boston Garden. Mike wants timeout already. They haven't even started yet. He's looking for timeout.
I think he's trying to mentally condition himself. He didn't seem to have the time to do that before.
I don't believe there's enough time in the remainder of his life to condition himself mentally. Physically, I don't know of too many guys that are in as good a shape as he is.
No, he is fantastically well conditioned.
Watch out, Tony. Half stand there. Oh, nice kick up by Garea. Oh, handful of hair. And another nice kip up. Well, sooner or later, one is going to end up with the upper hand, and it looks like Garea. There goes Iron Mike. Fans still piling into the Boston Garden. Expect another capacity crowd here.
Yes, I'm sure there will be. They won't miss any of the action here. Just a little bit at the beginning of Mike, and that's a pity because Mike is 100% from that very first bell. Even when he's on the outside, look at him, he moves around pretty quickly there.
Well, if you can remember back, Alfred, last month,
yes,
Tony Garea had a rather rough time with Mr. X. Finally ended up victorious, but he really pushed him, gave a run for the money. Tony seems to have lost maybe a step.
Well, I'd have to reserve judgment there because last year he was pushed to the limits, the extremes by Mr. X. But against Mike, you know, he's got a better chance to use his wrestling finesse. That's if he doesn't cop a few of those really hard right-handers with that dubious protector on Mike Sharpe's arm.
Well, Mike Sharpe has the record for the longest injury in professional wrestling. He's had a bad forearm now for almost 10 years. Just won't seem to heal. Something wrong with him.
No.
His recuperative powers are not too hot. No. Rams Tony into the top turnbuckle, and once again.
If that right arm is weak, should it be weak, it's obviously the only weakness Mike has.
Reversal, look at that. Tony went down for a monkey flip, and Iron Mike just held on to that corner. He didn't want any part of that. Wrapping him up here, look out. Oh, Garea with a nice monkey flip out of the corner, yes. And runs full speed ahead, and another one. Beautiful arm drags. But that's all wasted motion on the part of Iron Mike Sharpe, you know.
He's going back to the dressing room, I think.
Well, he's headed in the right direction.
I think he has gone back.
He's regrouping.
Garea has told the referee to stop the count. He wants him back again.
Well, Garea doesn't want him. Here he comes. Maybe he was looking for the popcorn concession or something.
Incidentally, they were the best executed arm drags I've seen for a long, long time. Those that Garea gave to Iron Mike Sharpe.
Well, Garea can do it with the best of them, as everyone knows. His record speaks for itself.
Once holder of the World Tag Team title.
5 times.
5
5 different times with different partners. Oh, look at that. Shoulder block by Iron Mike. Down goes Tony, but up quickly, but runs right into another one. And Garea set for a backdrop, but no. Oh, Mike did a nice leapfrog and then drop kick the air. Watch out, slingshot coming up here. There it comes. Oh, head first, right into the steel turnbuckle. Iron Mike not faring too well this week here in the Boston Garden.
He's not, but he's put in his usual effort there. He hasn't stopped moving one way or the other.
He's got one speed, and that's high.
Yes.
He's moving all the time in that 3rd or 4th gear.
Whether he's on the receiving end or giving, he's still moving around.
Garea now on the side headlock. Sharpe get out of there in a hurry. Oh, nice shoulder block by Tony. Iron Mike quick to his feet, scoops him up, but no, quickly behind goes Garea. Nice reverse roll up, sunset, 1, 2, almost got it. Wow, that was close.
That was nearly the end of that. That was really close. Good move by Mike Sharpe there. That's a nice wrestling move.
Ends up with a nice head scissors.
Incidentally, Garea, I don't think I've ever seen Mike throw a drop kick before.
Probably be a long time before we see another one.
Well, he missed by a mile.
Garea now maneuvering to trap the legs of Iron Mike Sharpe so he can get out of this head scissors. He's out now. And right up into a headlock of his own. Well, there's a handful of ear there. And a handful of tights as well. Garea's got an awful lot of tattoos on him.
He has, hasn't he? Was he in the Navy one time?
I don't know. It might have seemed like a good idea some late Saturday night maybe somewhere in New Zealand go out with the boys and get a few tattoos. I don't know.
Well, it is a South Sea island. Is it not New Zealand?
Might have been in the Merchant Marines maybe.
Yes. Just look at Mike. He really goes to town on an opponent, doesn't he?
Oh, he's inside, outside, clothesline now. Nicely executed off the top. Look at Sharpe. He hasn't broken a sweat yet. Never runs out of gas. Iron Mike Sharpe, one of the most well-conditioned athletes here in the World Wrestling Federation, pushing Tony Garea to the limit. We're going to be back with the exciting conclusion of this match. We'll be back. Let me ask you, what's Iron Mike got to do to win this match, other than pin the guy's shoulders down to the canvas?
I figured it out. There's no surprise. You're playing a mental game with me. You want to see how smart I am. There's no surprise. You just want to unruffle me.
You just keep thinking that way, Bobby. Bobby the Brain Heenan, obviously a little bit ruffled. Let's go back to the conclusion. Garea right now receiving that. Wow, what a chop. Another one to the lower abdomen. The gentleman from down under not faring too well right at this point in time.
No, he's taking a lot of punishment. He really is, and Mike is looking exceptionally good. I was going to say he's looking exceptionally sharp, but that would be
rather redundant.
Yeah.
Referee doing a nice job in there, getting Iron Mike's back after he was standing on Garea's throat.
Now what does he have in mind?
Tony in for the ride, misses a big right hand, look out! High cross body! Got that left arm in there.
And the crowd are right behind Mike here. They wanted him out of that. They want to see him continue his devastating ways.
Oh! Well, he was down there for more than a 3 count. Unfortunately, the shoulder was not down. Now he's getting battered from pillar to post here.
I'm not sure whether he likes this or not.
He's a vicious individual, sadistic. Garea dropped his head there on that attempt at a backdrop, and Iron Mike took immediate advantage of it, and now he's got some rawhide hanging loose of that forearm brace. What is that significant of?
Well, I think he's sensing victory here, and that's his victory cry. Something like Tarzan.
Pile driver perhaps coming up. Oh, Couldn't get those legs up. Oh, Tony turns it into a nice backdrop.
Superhuman effort on the part of Garea there. And Garea's changed the course of this bout.
Small package, beautifully hooked. Shoulders are down now. Powerful legs of Iron Mike Sharpe enable him to kick out of that one just at the last split second. Nice block by Garea, and Sharpe gets rammed in. Just when you think you got things going your way, they go the other way.
The bottom drops out, the wheels come off, and that's what's happened to Mike now. But as we said before, he seems to like that. He doesn't think he's been in a fight unless he's been punished severely.
Well, some people are basically sadistic, and he's one of them.
Yes, I think he's masochistic as well, by the look of things.
Well, he's asking for a little mercy right here. Oh, hard into the corner. Oh, Tony in full speed ahead, catches a knee right underneath the chin. Boy, that certainly did a lot of damage.
Mike turned sideways there and got that in nicely. I didn't know he was capable of such a move.
Garea in trouble right now.
Oh, gosh. Oh, well.
Makes me glad I retired off it.
It's nice to sit here at ringside and watch it happening to somebody else.
Well, there's another mistake on the part of Iron Mike Sharpe. Instead of going to work, he might have been able to get a pinfall there on Tony. But he told him to get up. He said, I'm not done punishing you yet.
That's true. He said, get up and face Canada's greatest athlete. Or as he says, athlete.
I always tried to get the win any way, shape, or form because that's where the money was.
Yes.
You know, if you lose, you go home with a short end of the purse.
That's true, and you don't come back again, maybe.
Absolutely. Uh-oh, got caught. Garea just balancing Iron Mike Sharpe now on that one leg. And Tony said, I'm going to go to work on this leg.
Mike is absolutely nonplussed. He doesn't know what to do at all here. He's stuck in that move.
He tried to get close enough to reach him. Look out, atomic drop, yes.
He'll cover him.
He won't get him. That left arm leg is over the ropes. Iron Mike knows exactly where he is at all times inside that squared circle.
Look at him, he's already up. He's taking that punishment, struggling back to his feet immediately.
He really hasn't started to sweat yet.
No.
Oh, he's tied up now. Top and second rope, and easy pickings here for Mr. Garea. Well, referee, what are you going to do? You going to step in there or what?
I think he's appealing to the better side of Garea to quit now.
Oh, Mike's out of there now.
Yep.
But he's going for a ride right off of that move. Abdominal stretch. Garea doesn't have that bottom foot hooked in there. I don't believe he can get him that way.
He's holding onto it nicely, though, but he looks like he's off balance. He was off balance.
Oh, nice. Iron Mike just maneuvered over close to the ropes and bailed Tony right out of there.
Unfortunately, he didn't put Tony right down to the concrete. Otherwise, we could have seen the finish to this.
Look out, sunset from the outside, yes. Hooks the leg, got one shoulder down, but not the other one. Garea off the ropes, another high cross body. Shoulders are down there that time, but can't get it. Garea's getting frustrated.
He is, and he doesn't seem to have the power or the strength left in him now to keep his shoulders down.
When you lose your cool, you usually end up losing the match. I hope that doesn't prevail here, but we'll see. Look out, reversal. Scoop slam Tony in behind quickly over the top. Oh, look at that maneuver by Iron Mike Sharpe. Down, his shoulders are down, it's over. What a clever maneuver by Iron Mike Sharpe to put away the ring veteran Tony Garea.
And a shock move by Sharpe too, because he withstood that blow to the corner post, came back and pinned his man.
Let's get the official word.
The winner of this match, Iron Mike Sharpe.
Iron Mike Sharpe with the most impressive victory. Let's go back and take a look at the video replay. Here it comes, Hubbard.
Here he comes. He makes a reverse on this. Throws Tony in. Tony comes back. He manages to evade that backdrop. Look at that. He hit the iron bars, but still came through.
Right
Pinned
in
it
the
nicely.
throat.
Held him. He may have had a handful of tights there. I'm not sure.
Very clever maneuver on the part of Iron Mike Sharpe to gain a victory here in the Boston Gardens. A most impressive one. Look at that man right there. Your victor will be back.
Boston Garden literally stunned, Bobby. I think that was a big upset in my book, I'll tell you that.
Wasn't a big upset in my. You let me have a chance to talk.
I don't know whether anything was coming out or not.
It's coming out.
Okay,
I want to gather my thoughts.
You have the floor.
Fine. It was a stunning upset. Yes, I enjoyed that. Now, where's my surprise?
Please, maybe you were right, Bobby. I tried to bend you out of shape a little bit and get you thinking, and you know you're a smarter guy than I thought you were. You figured the gorilla out, but you were a little bit bent out of shape, weren't you?
Child's play, never.
You got a little upset.
I let you think I was upset.
Well,
I was never
we have
upset.
plenty of exciting things coming nonetheless. We have that tremendous six-man tag, our feature bout coming up with the Dream Team. Why would a team like Morales and Spivey and one of the British Bulldogs want to get in there with the former champions and their manager, a team that has it all together? I don't understand.
Well, always trying to prove something to somebody. Morales is trying to prove something. Spivey's trying to prove something. The Bulldog, he's just a dummy.
Right now, let's go to a special interview with Ken Resnick and the Mouth of the South and others.
Gorilla Monsoon, as you and the wrestling fans well know, whatever profession you're in, there is always some controversy. But it seems here in the World Wrestling Federation, whenever there is controversy, in most instances, it's usually surrounding the gentleman, and I use the term somewhat questionably, talking about the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
I guess you could say I've got my nose in and out of everything. But you know what? The Hart Foundation,
oftentimes the ring.
Real cute. Real cute. You know, 10,000 comedians out of work and you're trying to be one. I've said it a million times. But you know, I saw the little Munchkins a couple of weeks ago on a little TV thing, and they were talking about all the teams. But you know, they didn't mention the Funk Brothers. Now, why didn't they mention the Funk Brothers? I'll tell you why. Because they're chickens, aren't they, Hoss? Aren't they, baby?
Sure they are. You know, Ken, you opened this interview by saying that Jimmy Hart was always around controversy.
Seems to be the case.
Well, who was the one that started the controversy with Jimmy Hart? And that's the reason that I'm here in the first place. It's the Junkyard Dog. Right. Who is the man that pulled his pants off on national television?
He's sick.
Yeah, perhaps, excuse me 1 second, Hoss. A lot of fans wonder, are you still wearing the same red shorts?
Oh, cute, real cute. No, I have 3 or 4 different pair. How do you like that? Ha ha.
Okay.
See, not once, but twice. And now people going around saying Jimmy Hart creates controversy. Well, I'll tell you who's going to create controversy. I'm going to create controversy. Jimmy Jack Funk is going to create controversy, and we're going to do it all for Jimmy Hart because we're going to embarrass the Junkyard Jackass for what he is.
Junkyard Dog.
You see what I've got right here?
Oh, yes.
I know how to use this. You see, I really come from Texas, and I've really been on a ranch before, and I've tied up some animals before. And I'm going to tie up another animal. I'm going to tie up the Junkyard Dog. We're going to hog tie him. We're going to get my brother to send up the old branding iron, and we're going to brand him where it hurts.
All wrestling fans, as you all know, it was JYD that put Terry Funk out of action last word.
It's going to be a big year for the Hart Foundation. We're going to win the World Championships, and Big Hoss, who knows, he might even be the next World Champion.
We'll be right back.
We're back, wrestling fans. Bobby the Brain, plenty of powerhouses here in the World Wrestling Federation. For example, Ted Arcidi, world's strongest human being. Some of the guys in your family, King Kong Bundy, and a whole host of others. I think that a guy like Hercules Hernandez, with his awesome power, has got to be dealt with here.
Well, everybody's getting bigger and stronger. Stud gets bigger and stronger every day, so does Bundy, as I get smarter every day.
Well, that's obvious. Let's go down to ringside right now in the Boston Gardens. We take a look at Hercules Hernandez taking on Scotty McGhee.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First from Scotland, weighing 231 pounds, Scott McGhee. His opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, Hercules Hernandez.
Hercules Hernandez out of Tampa, Florida. Latest find of the fashion plate, Freddie Blassie. Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside with his lordship, Alfred Hayes. Interesting matchup, Hercules against Scotty McGhee.
Yes, power against finesse and a lot of speed from Scott McGhee. But the big man is truly a force to be reckoned with. And his record is, right now, is absolutely second to none.
Well, you got to beat 270 pounds just to carry around that outfit he's got on.
I think so. It's like a horse harness to me.
Yeah. It's like something you hook up to pull a chariots or something.
Yes. Scott McGhee, a very accomplished wrestler from the middle part of England up in Yorkshire. A dour young man, absolutely dedicated to his profession, serious young man. And he's made a lot of headway here.
Now, but let me ask you this. In that part of the world which you're most familiar with, are there a lot of street clubs where they have wrestling, where one street has a team and another maybe part of town has a team, and they continually intermingle in competition?
That's exactly what they do. They have different minors clubs mostly, and it's almost street versus street now.
Because I know that's the case in a lot of Iron Curtain countries that I had the privilege of visiting in 1959. Did I say 59? Yes.
No, you didn't say that.
As part of an Olympic wrestling team. And they were renowned for that.
Yes, that's exactly what they do in Yorkshire and Lancashire for that matter. But it's almost, as you say, street against street.
Well, that's how you make champions.
It is indeed.
Right now, young Scotty McGhee with an arm wringer, and the big guy goes right to the ropes to make the break. We're not going to see too much finesse on the part of Hercules Hernandez. We should see a whole lot from Scotty McGhee.
Yes. Hernandez takes a lot of time to warm up, and I expect to see the youngster McGhee taking advantage of this.
Oh, nice takedown.
The preliminary scrimmaging, because
Hernandez screaming, "Get him off of me!" Did you hear him?
Yes.
So what is this guy, crazy? Do you think this is a wrestling match or something? Get this guy off of me.
Yeah, look at him.
Hernandez is not used to having his nose rubbed into the canvas.
Got a puzzled look on his face there.
Young Scotty McGhee obviously did his homework. Side headlock now by the big guy. Scotty don't want to stay in this too long.
No, that's a good side headlock too by Hernandez. That will really put some pressure on your temples.
I noticed that Hernandez loves to talk in the ring. He likes to try to verbally psych out his opponent. Wow. What a shoulder.
Knocked him 2 or 3 feet backwards. Very slow getting to his feet, Scott McGhee.
Nice takeover.
Nice move by Hernandez. He's obviously learning some of the finer points of wrestling.
The fashion plate, the cheapskate, Freddie Blassie, very conspicuous by his absence here in the Boston Garden. Old deep pockets, high in attendance.
And flashing zircons.
Oh.
It's what they call those things, zircons.
Yeah, there's the ones that aren't the real diamonds.
They're the ones, yes.
Fabulite.
Diamels.
Fabulite by the fashion plate. Look out, again, nice silver block. Scotty down in front quickly, over the top. Hernandez with a burst of speed. Oh, look at that, right over the top goes Scotty McGhee. Ducks underneath the big chop. Ducks underneath the right hand. Oh, a leapfrog by Hernandez. Oh, he got caught. Oh, 2 beautiful arm drags and a drop kick. Oh, he walked low. Caught him right on the side of the cheek.
My word.
I didn't expect that kind of mobility out of Hernandez.
I didn't know he was going backwards and forwards in those first 4 or 5 moves. And then suddenly, the young Englishman was able to outwit the big fellow.
The crowd here in the Boston Garden shocked into silence. They didn't expect that kind of maneuvering out of these two. Everything and anything can happen in the realm and world of professional wrestling, and it usually does.
It certainly did there anyway. Hernandez is trying to rethink this one. What happened there? What went wrong?
Well, a lot of guys have expressed the opinion that Hernandez doesn't have both oars in the water. But when he does, they're mighty big ones.
Yes, I would imagine. In fact, he could row so fast you could ski behind him.
Certainly spends a lot of time maintaining the fantastic physique that he has.
He is a powerful man indeed.
Doesn't happen by accident.
He certainly is a Hercules, a good nickname.
Of course, I understand he was lost in a phone booth somewhere last week.
Couldn't find a way out.
Nobody's ever accused him of having too much upstairs. But he's got plenty of power and strength. That's part of the game here in professional wrestling.
Scotty up. Well, he was making a move to reach around it. Yes, he is. Oh, well executed by the big guy.
Nicely done by the big fella. Twisted this Scott McGhee on his way down, and Scott McGhee drove his left shoulder and his left hip, or his right hip, I should say, into the mat. That took its toll.
Elbow planted right between the eyes of the youngster. Oh, talk about a headache. That'll give you a headache right there.
He hit him with the heel of his hand, though, actually, and scuffed the top of his head right up. But that was with the knuckles.
Now, it's nice to be sitting at home and watching this on the telly, but in order to get the full feeling, the full force of what's happening here in Boston Garden, you have to be in attendance.
You've got to be here for that electric atmosphere that pervades everywhere in a wrestling arena, too.
Look out, Scotty McGhee in for the ride, ducks underneath a nice clothesline. Oh, wow! Duck underneath that.
Oh. Did he hit him there? My word.
Drops an elbow.
This could be the finish for
right
Scotty McGhee.
Oh, not going to pin Scotty that way. No way. That's would be adding insult to injury there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was slip shot. That was just complacency.
He didn't want to win at that point.
Really.
Clothesline job right on that top rope.
He can just pick you up and throw you anywhere and will.
The referee has at his discretion if he wants to call that an automatic disqualification. That's a flagrant sort of maiming type move. Oh, look at that.
I'm not quite sure of the ruling of that throwing you on the top rope.
It's to the referee's discretion.
It is?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, what is he doing?
They're both about to be counted out here. Referee following him around, laying the count on him. One of them doesn't get back in the ring soon. This one will be over.
He's ordained to get back in the ring now.
Look at about 18. I think he had about a 35 count on there.
Oh, that's a shame. If Scotty had been able to get into the ring clean then, I think he would have had, oh my word.
What right into another right.
What a devastating right hand too. It's about time.
Well, unfortunately, Hercules Hernandez having a good time at the expense of young Scotty McGhee. I don't believe Scotty's out of this one yet.
No, but he does seem to be struggling a lot more than I've seen him in recent matches. Scotty McGhee has been impressing a lot of critics of wrestling as a great
nice
wrestler.
block there, the suplex with a great finding of the leg. Oh, snap suplex. Shades of the Dynamite Kid by Scotty McGhee. Dropped the big guy right on his head. That'll get his attention. Oh, belly-to-belly suplex.
Wow. What a nice suplex with one arm trapped. Scotty McGhee really brought him down. He'll have to be quick with this if he hopes to get it in.
He's a long way away. Oh, he caught him right out of here. Not going to hold the big guy down, Scotty, I'm afraid.
No, he's too
much
big.
power in that upper body.
Tremendously powerful.
Got to just about knock him out in order to hold those shoulders down. But he's working on it.
He certainly is, those European-style uppercuts. They call them a machette.
A machette, don't make a machette on you, all right. Oh, reversal. Scotty in. Oh, look out, backbreaker.
Wow, what a
backbreaker. It's over.
Oh, my word.
He'll never get out. Just that quick. Big Hernandez.
Such awesome power in that man. Awesome power.
Let's go up against the official word.
Here is your winner, Hercules Hernandez.
Well, didn't give us that patented drape across the back type backbreaker that he's noted for, but let's take a look at what he did give us.
Scotty McGhee thought he really had his man here with those European-style uppercuts that I said, the machette, yes. He gave him two machettes. One, there's the first one, put him right in the corner. Two, but I'm afraid the big man had a lot too much power. Actually gave him three. Bam!
If he'd have given him a couple of calling birds and something else, he might have put him away.
And there was his mistake. Look at this, so high.
Awesome power. Oh, knocked the wind out of his city.
reaches back, hooks a leg, and who knows what else. On to victory here in the Boston Gardens, big Hercules Hernandez. The awesome power of Hercules Hernandez proving to be too much. What are you giggling about? What are you laughing about? Something amusing, obviously.
Gorilla,
enlighten us all. Tell us.
You poor soul. To think how you tried to play games with my mind. You know, you got to get up pretty early in the morning
Obviously.
to get ahead of me.
Well, you know, gorillas have been fooled before, and gorillas have been
overdosed
found out
on
before.
bananas or something.
As I started to get into earlier, Bobby, tell me about why would guys like Morales and Danny Spivey and Davey Boy Smith go against a team that not only is the former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, but with their manager on their team as well? Why would they want to take on that kind of competition when they themselves haven't been in tag team competition?
Well, I don't know. I don't care.
Oh.
The only thing I can come up with is Morales, Spivey, and Davey Boy. They want to
Thought
make a
maybe you were
name for
gonna
themselves as
some
somebody's
earth-shattering answer
I don't
to
even concern myself with that.
enlighten us with.
Nah.
Well,
can't
don't
be
forget,
bothered.
wrestling fans, that big feature is still to come here on Prime Time Wrestling, and we'll be back with plenty of more action right after this. Well, we're back, wrestling fans, and the 2 hours just flying by here on Primetime Wrestling, and so much wrestling action still to come. Why don't you tell the fans, host, what's coming up next here?
Well, I'd be glad to. Now I get a chance to do my job as host of the show. What's coming up next here is a tag match with Valentine, Beefcake, the Dream Team, Handsome Johnny, Luscious Johnny Valiant.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
What?
What's coming up is the big surprise that we talked about so often during this
Don't
prime
do that
time
to
this
me.
week. Absolutely. The big surprise for Bobby the Brain Heenan coming up. The reason why Bobby's been so bent out of shape all week long, why he's dressed in this drab black attire. We're going to take a look at his premier family member, Big John Studd, in a special handicap match in which the results of are not indicative to What is
No,
it,
wait
Bobby?
a minute.
Are you upset?
No, wait a minute. You don't spring
Let's go
this
down
stuff
the
on me
ringside
right now.
Take a look at Big John Studd.
I'm not, wait a minute.
Contest is a handicap match scheduled for one fall. To my right, from New York City.
Wait a minute, Punk. This is any kind of match. This is a slam match. If these two punks can slam the Stud, what do we got here for them, Bobby the Brain? $15,000 to these two if they slam John Studd, one at a time.
In the ring to my right, from New York City, weighing 235 pounds, Jim Powers. And from Portland, Oregon, at 241 pounds, Ricky Hunter. To my left, the manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And from Los Angeles, California.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You try to slam him. What? Give me the chance. I believe I can slam him. I'll slam him.
Tonga, I think Tonga wants to have his opportunity.
I'll tell you what, if he gets it, he might just do it too. Two a night. These two are first.
Two a night. Well, Studd Tonga's going to have to get out of there. This is not scheduled, and Tonga must wait his turn if, in fact, he wants to attempt to slam this mammoth giant of a man and Big John Studd. But right now, it could very well be the likes of Ricky Hunter and Jim Powers. They have their opportunity against the big man. Heenan ushering back King Tonga. All right, we're underway here. Rick Hunter wants to try it first. And notice the way that Studd will sort of sit out on you.
Well, the one mistake, and I'm surprised that Rick Hunter is a veteran who's been around a good while. That's not the way to just like that. To me, I don't know. You have to get the man in some kind of trouble for it. You don't allow him to be able to brace himself and use his balance.
Get him coming off the rope with momentum, something like that, where you can use his weight against him, and he'll go right over, I would think.
Absolutely.
Look at this. Look at that. You even have to wonder, looking over his shoulder there. Now, no. Jimmy Powers. Again, from that standing position, it's very tough to slam someone.
Well, you have to be exceptionally strong. I don't know that, you know, he is such a big man, 360 some odd pounds. That's not only the weight, but his height. And look at this, it's hard to reach. Well, look at this, though. Whoa, he got him up pretty good.
Yeah, but every time you get him up like that, you know, Stud's going to rake the eye or something like of that nature. He's not going to be slammed. I don't think anyone can slam him like that.
Well, that's true. I happen to believe that the man...
Wait a minute, two of them can get him up all right, though. No, I guess not. All right, Stud hammering away on young Jim Powers. In a handicap match, you're supposed to function as a tag unit. Here, we have two men going at Stud at one time.
Well, yeah, that's right, which...
Missing. Powers with a drop kick. Knocks the big man back a bit. Scoops him out. Had a little more momentum going for him, but a knee lift now, and Jim Powers down on the canvas.
Yeah, but at least he got the right idea. He tried drop kick, get him off balance. Whoa, now he gets shot right out of that center rope.
Rick Hunter firing off a series of forearms to the chest area. Just like that, the retaliation by Big John Stud. Ooh, Hunter. Ooh, wow. A cover by Big John Stud. And a 3 count. When Stud hammers you down, there aren't going to be too many men who get back up. Oh, Stud's going to have him up in the air again. Of course, the body slam, a favorite maneuver of Big John Stud. Whoa, wait a minute. King Tug ducks a shot. Tonga again. Goes up. Oh. But nonetheless, it'll be Stud who wins the matchup.
John Stud.
I'm not too sure that would be an official slam, but we know one thing. We know that Tonga can slam Big John Stud.
You owe.
I don't owe nothing.
King Tonga, 15,000.
That was supposed to be two men in there. Hunter and Powers. That was it. That man asked for an opportunity. He wasn't selected. He could have waited next week. We select who we want to get in the ring with.
Select.
You just don't throw garbage at me like that. Tonga, you're not getting a dime from me. Like McMahon said, and you heard San Martino and everybody else, they do not know if it was official. I'm going to tell you right now, that was not official. Nobody's getting a dime from me or Stud. You pull one more surprise on me, pal. I'll have Bundy here. I'll have Stud here. I'll have Harley Race here. Be the last time you pull some garbage like that on me.
Legitimate slam.
It wasn't.
You're the one who states 15,000 for anybody that can slam my unslammable team of Big John Stud and King Kong Bundy, and King Tonga did
that
it.
Was a
slam. You said it. You got it right out of your mouth. You got it right.
He came into the ring. He wasn't supposed to be in that match.
Obviously
come in from behind.
Bobby the Brain
anybody come
we'll
in from behind and jump from behind. Expect me to give him $15,000.
You owe $15,000. We're back, wrestling fans, and getting set for our prime time feature. Who are you calling, Bobby?
You know who I'm calling? I'm calling the president of the USA Network.
For what?
For what? I'm not going to be jobbed out here on television. I'm not going to have him throw up tape like that, embarrass me, and you're going to be out of a job, pal. They put me on hold. They'll be in a minute.
Well, while you're on hold, you might check with your bank, because I'm sure that King Tonga is going to be putting some garnishes on your wages until he gets his 15 grand.
Like I told you and everybody else, don't anybody else worry about my money, Stud's money, or King Tonga.
I thought
you
you were
worry
an
about your
important guy.
job.
How come you're on hold?
He's getting through to me, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm getting through to you. That's
He's going to
what's
get through to
happening.
me, I mean.
Plenty of action still to come here
Bobby,
on
the
Prime
Brain
Time
Heenan.
Wrestling, our big
I'm calling
six-man
from Prime
tag
Time.
team match feature, putting on the tights, luscious
it's not
John
collect.
Valiant,
I'll
along
pay
with
for
the
the
Dream
call.
Team. Some tremendous action coming up. It's probably, are you making a collect call? Give me
just
a
a moment.
break.
I'm trying
Bobby
to
the
talk.
Brain.
Bobby
Unbelievable.
the
A collect
Brain
call
Heenan.
to the USA
I'm doing
Network.
Prime
Let's
Time
go down
with
to
Gorilla
ringside
Monsoon.
right
I'm the
now.
host of the show.
This is a special six-man tag team. One fall with a 1 hour time limit. Team number one from New York City, weighing 258 pounds, luscious Johnny Valiant. And from Seattle, Washington, 249 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine. And from San Francisco, California, 269 pounds, Brutus Beefcake. Team number two, from Culebra, Puerto Rico, 246 pounds, Pedro Morales. From Tampa, Florida, weighing 277 pounds, the Golden Boy, Dan Spivey. And they are joined by one half of the world's tag team champions from Leeds, England, 244 pounds, Davey Boy Smith.
Interesting six-man tag team action here in the Boston Garden. Gorilla Monsoon at ringside with Lord Alfred Hayes. Valentine and Beefcake, former world champions, dropped it at WrestleMania 2 to the British Bulldogs.
Yes.
Of which we have one with us.
And I would imagine Valentine and Beefcake are looking for some measure of revenge against the Englishman.
I'm sure they are.
Incidentally, Gorilla, it's been quite some time since I've seen luscious Johnny battling in the ring, so that will be interesting to see how he shapes up with these men who are of very, very high caliber in the ring with him.
I don't think that he's going to be in there all that much of it. He's going to be hiding.
No, he can do a lot of talking. I don't know if he can do a lot of wrestling.
I don't think he wants any part of Davey Boy or Pedro for that matter, or even the newcomer here to the World Wrestling Federation, Golden Boy, Danny Spivey. Well, one team has one blonde and two brunettes, and the other team has two blondes and one brunette.
And there's luscious Johnny and Sweet Brutus, but what about Greg the Hammer? Can't they call him a nice name as well? Sweetie Pie or something?
He can give you a negative attitude forever.
Exactly.
These two ring veterans look like they're going to start out. The Hammer and Pedro Morales, former Mr. Everything here in the World Wrestling Federation. Big smile on his face. He must have just came back from Culebra.
Yes. I would
Snake
imagine.
Island, that is my island baby.
And he's ready for any kind of action.
And it's going to be the Hammer and Morales starting this one off. Didn't exactly pick up in the announcement of this match, but I believe it's a one-fall affair.
Yes, it is indeed.
Which is unusual for six-man tags.
It is. But I would imagine that that could go in the favor of the Morales team because they're so quick. Whereas with Greg the Hammer, I know it takes him quite some time to settle down.
Side headlock now by the Hammer on Morales. Morales gets rid of him in a hurry. Drop down in front. Hammer over the top. Look out. Big left hand by Pedro. He is a southpaw and he explodes with that left.
He really does. And Greg the Hammer's been hurt in the beginning, but I'd like to guarantee he will not tag out yet.
Well, he's one of the few men I know that can take all kinds of punishment and still have that ability to come back at you.
Yes,
Because I think he's wishing right now he hadn't started this match. He let Brutus start out or Luscious John.
He doesn't click into high gear until he's received a lot of punishment anyway, so that's maybe why they set him in there first. Try and take some of the sting out of the opposition by attacking Greg the Hammer.
Well, you couldn't ask for two better combatants, both former Intercontinental Heavyweight champions.
Yes.
Oh, look at that uppercut by Morales with the left hand.
And the Hammer still coming out, but he got caught with that right leg up in the air. Watch out. Oh. Morales not wasting any time or effort.
Not at all. He is a ring-wise veteran. He knows the ring inside out. And also he is an excellent team competitor as well.
Look of disdain and disgust on the face of Luscious John. And look at Brutus. He's just there. He's happy. He don't care.
Yes,
you know, I'm here in the Boston Garden. You know, I'm with my pals. He knows the kind of punishment that the Hammer can take. And now it's payback time. There's the tag made. The youngster in there. The golden boy, Danny Spivey.
He's a big kid, and he really knows he's wrestling.
They're trading blows here. Forearm uppercuts.
That might be a mistake for Spivey.
Reversal by the big guy. Oh, big backdrop. A long way down when Danny Spivey backdrops you. 2 count. Whoa, was that close? The Hammer should be looking for a tag here. Instead, it's Davey Boy who's tagged in by the Golden Boy.
I wouldn't mind betting you that Beefcake wants to tag in now. He was the one who bore most of the brunt of the attack of the Englishman when they lost that title in that fantastic event, WrestleMania 2.
Well, it was the 2 guys that are in the ring right now that made the title change hands. Davey Boy Smith put the cover, 1, 2, 3, right on Greg the Hammer Valentine. In the Rosemont Horizon, Chicago, history was made.
Wasn't that something?
Oh, unbelievable event.
You were right there, ringside.
In attendance, along with Kathy Lee Crosby.
Oh, you lucky devil.
Ernie the Cat Ladd, Mean Gene Okerlund, and a host of others.
Yes, the old Okers was there. Was Nelson Swagler there?
Nelson Swagler was in the confines of the Nassau Coliseum.
I didn't hear a word from him.
WrestleMania 2, along with Vince McMahon and Susan St. James.
That's true.
And you, of course, were in Los Angeles.
And that was really bad, wasn't it? I mean, I only had Elvira there.
Look at this, the Hammer now exploding. There's the tag. Brunei steps in.
I thought he would.
Front face lock immediately on Davey Boy.
Brutus Beefcake has vowed revenge on the Englishman. He wants to hurt them in the worst way.
Luscious John yet to see any action in this 6-man. All 5 other members have been in there. I told you he'd be hiding out
You
there.
did indeed. You really predicted that one.
You know, he's a tremendous wrestler in his own right. But I think he wants to stick to just straight managing.
Yes.
Once in a while, oh, look at this. Just as I said that, he makes a tag. No, he stepped away.
A little destruction, which he's very good at. And meanwhile,
take over now. Here comes Danny. He can't take it anymore. And as the referee puts him out, there's more going on in the corner as the Hammer and Valentine both go to work on Davey Boy.
It looks to me as if they've planned this particular move to try and get Davey Boy Smith in that corner by himself. They really want to put it on him. And I'm afraid that's exactly what is happening.
Davey Boy in trouble.
Wow, plenty of action in his 6-man tag team. What's the matter? You can't reach anybody yet?
You mind your own business.
You know, if you would have, if you'd have paid for the call instead of calling collect, they might have put you through to somebody.
Don't call collect, anybody collect.
6-man tag team action still to come. The finale. We'll be back right back with the conclusion. Well, we're back, fans, and about to go back to the conclusion of this tremendous 6-man matchup, unbeknownst to Bobby the Brain Heenan, who obviously, you haven't gotten through to anybody, have you, Bobby?
Mind
hello.
your own business, please.
Has anyone said hello even to you?
Yes, I'm on hold. They're getting the lady.
He's been on hold forever. Well, your men will be on hold. You can bet that. And you better check out your bank account. It'll be on hold. And in fact, there'll be a hole in it when you come up with the 15 grand for King Tonga. Let's go back now to the Boston Garden for the exciting conclusion of the 6-man tag team match.
Here in the Boston Garden. By Brutus Beefcake over for the cover. 1-2. Davey kicks out.
Brutus doesn't want to pin him. He wants to hurt him. But he wants to show Davey Boy that they can pin him anytime they choose.
Tag made again, and the Hammer's back in there now.
Just look at anytime, Davey. Trying to walk on Davey Boy Smith. Davey needs the tag out now if he can make it, because he's not going to get any chance against these. Wow, look at that. That is a dubious move, that with the head to the stomach. And now to the back of the thigh, and that really hurts there.
Really going to work on that quadricep area of the right leg of Davey Boy Smith is Greg the Hammer Valentine putting it on him.
A little more distraction by Johnny Valiant.
Well, that's about all he's good for in this match so far, Albert.
That's all he's done so far.
Hasn't been legally tagged into this match yet. Davey Boy finds a way out, but still a long way from his own corner.
They're not going to let him up. They're going to keep him there, and they're going to humiliate him and hurt him.
Stretch out those hamstrings.
Oh, wishbone there. Look at Brutus. He just loves it. They have waited.
Oh, here comes Luscious John.
Well, I'm blessed.
Tag is made. And he picks up right where the other two left off, going out to work on the leg.
And Johnny can be quite devastating from his old days. He knows how to hurt you.
Winding up Davey Boy right into the corner of the outstretched foot of Brutus Beefcake. And now look at that sneaky maneuver by the Beefcake.
He knows exactly how to distract not only the referee but the other team as well.
No tag was made there. Luscious John just stepped out and the Hammer just stepped in.
I can't blame the referee for being a little bit confused here.
Six-man tags are difficult to say the least as far as controlling.
They really are. To keep up with who's legally in the ring is...
Hammer trying to get him up for a pile driver. Couldn't hold it. Davey Boy with a last-ditch effort gets the backdrop out of there. Good. Brudai's back in there once again.
Good teamwork.
Oh, he measured him for that one.
You've got to hand it to Brutus Beefcake and Valiant. Magnificent teamwork, those three.
Well, if Brutus weighed an extra 50 or 60 pounds, what he's doing now would have a tremendous effect. I don't believe. Oh, look at this. He's winding up a figure four here, trying to get it. No, just a spinning toe hold. Applying pressure on the lateral collateral ligaments of the right leg of Davey Boy Smith, who needs to get to his corner.
He really does. He needs to attack badly now. And once again, that dubious attack headbutt to the stomach of Davey Boy Smith. Look at the Hammer in there. Just a brutal attack upon Davey Boy Smith. And quite honestly, unless Davey Boy Smith does get that tag in, they don't stand much chance.
Hammer went for the figure four and got caught right in the middle of it. Davey Boy scooted him out right into the corner. Oh, look at that smart move on the part of Valentine. Davey Boy was in a position to make a tag, and instead of trying to hold him back, he just clobbered his partner. Oh, look at this triple team effort. Obviously, six-man tags need two referees.
Yes, but once again, masterminded there by...
There it is, figure four, slapped on, right in the center of the ring. Here comes Morales. He saved the day for Davey Boy, or it was curtain run at that point.
He really did. Morales couldn't stand it any longer. His latching temperament got the better of him, and he did as you said. He saved the day.
Tag made to Luscious John, and whoa, there's a tag made. The big golden boy, Danny Spivey's got Luscious trapped in the corner. Unloading with those left hands. Valiant hard into the corner. Uh-oh, look out. Brutus came in, Morales came in at the same time. Watch out below. Four men inside the ring now. And Brutai is down on the concrete.
Dispatched off by Pedro.
Luscious John is just...
He's going for the Bulldog.
Oh, he's going for it. Here it is.
Oh, Bulldog.
Face first down into the match. Valentine makes the save.
Only just in time. And now he's knocked the Latin right down. Davey Boy Smith is back in.
Pandemonium's broken loose in this one. Referees lost all control. Davey Boy exploding on the Hammer.
Brutus not able to do much. He's just sitting on the ringside there.
Look at the backbreaker by Morales.
Spivey's on top of him.
It's over.
Whoa!
Pedro Morales did the damage with the backbreaker, and Big Danny Spivey makes the cover. Interesting six-man tag.
Well, the mastermind himself was beaten there.
Let's go and get the official word.
The winners of the match, the team of Pedro Morales, Danny Spivey, and Davey Boy Smith.
Tremendous six-man tag, although pandemonium sort of prevailed at the end. Let's go back if we can and take a look at Morales. Well, he had already done the damage. He put the finishing backbreaker. Oh no, here it comes.
Here it comes. And this is where the Latin man's temperament wasn't enough, and they knocked him down. And the mastermind thought he had it sewn up, but he didn't, because Davey Boy Smith jumped in and took Gregory, the hammer, right out of the picture. Now watch this.
Look at Brutus. He's down on the concrete. He's out in this one. Luscious John reaching down into his tights for something, and Morales right from behind with a patented backbreaker. Excuse me.
And
the
then
Golden
make sure
Boy
that-
right there to make the cover. On the victory, Danny Golden Boy Spivey, Pedro Morales, and Davey Boy Smith. We'll be back. Holy mackerel. Wow.
Wow. In fact, Luscious John, the mastermind behind the Dream Team, not faring too well in that six-man. Let me ask you about, whom are you trying to reach?
I'm trying to get a hold of the president of the USA Network.
Yeah.
Her name is Miss Kay Kopowitz.
You're upset. You almost
Yes,
said
I'm
the
upset.
president of the United States, didn't you?
If Ronnie can answer, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to Nancy at this point.
Still on hold, Bobby the Brain Heenan. He may be on hold for quite some time to come.
No,
because,
they're getting her for me.
She's
there.
not going to get any satisfaction, I'm
You
sure.
talk all you want, Big Mouth. You're
If we
done.
want to show something here
No,
on
you'll be
Prime
doing
Time
cartoon
Wrestling, we
capers
do
when
not
we're done
need
with
his
you.
permission. Well, wrestling fans, that wraps up another week here on Prime. What are you doing now, Bobby?
I got disconnected by somebody. You think it's easy making these calls? Everybody's on strike at AT&T in different places.
Oh,
it's
I
not that
love
they
it,
stuck
dude.
it to me. I was disconnected.
Why are you so upset about this whole
Because-
thing, Bobby? A guy from
This is
Beverly
my
Hills
Bobby the Brain
with
Heenan.
the
I'm
golden
calling
spoon
for
in his
Miss
mouth,
Kay
worrying about a
Kopowitz.
lousy $15,000?
Yes.
Like, give me a break, Bobby.
This is Bobby the Brain Heenan. I'm doing prime time.
He's not talking to anyone.
show.
He'll
with
never
Gorilla
get
Monsoon.
anyone
I'd
of
like to speak
authority
to
with
Miss
the
Kay
USA
Kopowitz,
Network,
please.
I'm sure.
I was holding
Wrestling
for the
fans,
last
next
10
week all
minutes.
the matches will come direct from Madison Square Garden. And
Yes,
don't
I will
forget,
hold.
every Wednesday, TNT with Lord Alfred Hayes and, of course, Mean Gene Okerlund. That's 8 Eastern and
The
7
name is
Central.
Gene.
And also All-American, Sundays at noon and 11 o'clock Central. Wrapping it up while Bobby the Brain is still on the phone. Gorilla Monsoon
who I am
for the
immediately.
phone man saying so long till next week.
Yeah.